YouTube? It's your brother YT. Wake 'em up, back at it again with another video. Listen, man, the friends with the bands, the ones that usually got to take the bill. These friends are the ones that's tired. They're tired of having broke friends. Some people even falling out over money. Some people falling out just because they don't want to have broke friends no more. They're tired. Family, you already know what they're doing. If you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe. And ring the post notification bell as well. All right, let's get into it.
I'm hungry, but I'm with my broke best friend, and I guess she gotta eat too. But I'm just so tired of having to pay for everything. Like, I feel like she just, she just punks me. I don't know, bro. Like, I'm just tired of it. But I hope she doesn't see this. Well, she does. But I'm also not gonna let her starve, Like, that's not the human thing to do. But I'm just so tired of my friend not having any money. Scarlett, you like your food?
Since I've gotten older, I kind of realized, I don't want to be friends with females that's broke. Like, I don't. Because when I want to do something or, whatever, oh, I can't do it. Oh, girl, I ain't got no money. But we can't be friends because that shit is just so annoying. Like, I don't like that. My set of friends broke as shit. We can't go nowhere. Then if I want to go out of town, I got to go by myself. I don't like that shit. So if you can't go, we can't be friends. Especially if you up here popping coochie for these niggas. There's no reason why I can't should be coming out of your mouth. That's why I'm okay with not being friends with a lot of bitches, because a lot of these hoes don't have hustle in their head. They don't have the fucking drive to get money. These hoes be okay with just relaxing around this bitch broke.
Yo, you can't have a group of broke friends, because if y'all broke, what the hell is y'all hanging out for? What is y'all chilling for? What is y'all doing? Y'all got the same problem. It's probably about 6 of y'all, 10 of y'all. Y'all hang out every weekend and do the same thing. Nothing. Talking about nothing. Fellas, it's a group of y'all that play the game all the time. How y'all not rich? Y'all done put more hours in on Call of Duty than the creators of Call of Duty, and still ain't made more money than the people on Call of Duty. Let's go. Ladies, how many dinner parties y'all gotta have? Going out to lunch with your homegirl, and y'all still ain't did nothing. Ain't bought a property together, nothing. Cut some grass together, nothing. It's time to go. It's teamwork. Teamwork make the dream work, and we gonna do that all goddamn year. Let's go.
Yo, I say this all the time. I got a cousin. He loved a video game. That's all he ever did his whole life, honestly, since we was young. And not just him, but people in general. See, me, I stopped playing the game when I was like 8 or 9. Like, I'm like, nah, I'm too grown for this, even though I wasn't grown yet. I'm like, I need to focus on my life, what I'm gonna do with my life. So I hung the game up, right? But now I'm still seeing people to this day spend all of their time playing the game. So I said this to my cousin, I say this to everybody else. If you love the game like that, then why are you not recording you playing the game? It's that simple. Record you playing the game and post the content online. Gaming is the #1 streaming content on YouTube, Twitch, all of that, right? So you could make buku money. Why not? At least try. Now, there's nothing wrong with playing a game if you're doing it as an aspiring streamer. But if you're just sitting at home playing the game, wasting time, it's a real world out here, and there's a lot going on out here. You're being distracted for what reason? You get no gain out of that. Me, sometimes I'd be like, I wish I did know how to play the game. Y'all see what I'm doing on here? I'm posting content. So you think I wouldn't have a channel posting content? It just don't make sense.
Have y'all ever fell out with a friend over some money? Because I have. So I've been seeing the Ari and Tucson situation happening on social media. I don't know if it's real or not. But back in, I want to say maybe about 2 years ago, I had a friend and we both were in the same industry. So kind of both did dispatching, compliance, all of that, or whatever. So she came to me and she was like, friend, I'm putting on a conference. I want you to be a part of it, and I want you to teach the dispatching portion of it. It'll be a 2-day conference, how much would you charge? So me as a friend, I want to look out for you. So I'm like, I'll charge $400, just to teach the dispatching part, to speak to them and tell them, A through Z or whatever. So she never tells me how much she's charging each person for this conference, right? So then she comes back and she says, okay, so I want you to put all of your training material in a book for them. So they'll be able, once they finish the conference, if they want to go teach dispatching as well, they can go do that. I also want you to put all of your software that you use for dispatching on a computer that I'm going to give them as well. You want me to do what for $400? Remind you, at the time, my self-paced course was almost $400. So I'm making $400 per person off of self-paced course. So after that situation, I kind of stopped dealing with her. I didn't do the conference. I let her know that I was not comfortable with it. I felt like at the time, you was my friend. You should have been like, friend, $400 not enough. So I see her posting the flyer on social media, right? Y'all know she's charging each person $1,200 to $1,500, which no problem at all. Get your money. Your worth. Get your money. But I feel like, ma'am, you should have said, Tiana, you sure you don't want no more money? Y'all, she never did that once. She never did it once. I just stopped communicating with her. I just never reached back out to her. We both just never reached back out to each other. And that was the end of our little friendship. I don't know if I was in the right or if she was in the wrong. What do y'all think? Who was in the right and who was in the wrong?
I'm done hanging out with broke people. Let me explain. I have certain friends that when it comes to hanging out with me, suddenly they have money problems, they're broke, money is tight right now. And it kind of comes with this expectation that I'm going to end up paying for whatever we end up doing. But I'm such a low-key friend. Like, I'm good with just chilling in the car or just chilling at their house or my house or anything. Like, we don't have to do an activity that includes, like, food or money or anything. But that's usually the plans they'll make. But then money's tough. And it's funny because I always see them on Instagram stories, like, hanging out with other folks. So it makes me think, like, okay, are they only broke when it comes to me because they want to take advantage of me? Or, I don't know.
It could be that. Some people know who to use. They know who to call. They have preconceived notions. But at the same time, too, a lot of broke people like to hang together. Misery loves company. So sometimes you got cliques of broke people. If you hang around 4 broke people, you're going to be the 5th. So, they know that. It's like they know that themselves. They like, okay, this the broke circle. Sometimes broke people might try to strategize ways to make money or little schemes. Hey, hit licks to hit. Like, I'm going to be real on this one. This is the world we live in, right? People strategize all of that. Different ways to come up, whatever it is that they think is the way best for them. Or they might strategize business ideas. Or they might just like wasting time, smoking, drinking, whatever it is. It's a lot of broke people, yeah, like I said, smoking, drinking. They can put all their little couple dollars together, $5 here, $5 there. They can get them something to drink, something to smoke, whatever. But then they'd be like, oh, you think you too good for us. It's not even that. It's just like, I'm too good for wasting my time. Time is my most important attribute, and I don't feel like wasting it.
Guess who just ended a 10-year relationship? Me. I did. If you want to know who have your back and who will be there for you, go through some shit, okay? Go through some shit. Let your back hit against the wall, okay? And you will see who will be there for you. So here's why I ended my friendship with this girl over 10 years. Everyone knows that I'm going through something. I lost both my family members over the past week, and me and my family have been struggling to get our shit together because it's tough when you lose family members, right? Or anybody that you love. So my friend, she traveled a lot, And I was like, okay, I can reach out to her because she always tell me about all the tickets that she gets for cheap. So I was like, I'm going to reach out to her so that way she can help me with these tickets. I called her and I said, hey, how are you doing? We had a casual conversation and I said, hey, can you help me get some tickets to go to Jamaica because I have to go home because my family members just passed away. And you know what she said? She said, yeah, I saw that. Keep in mind, I know she viewed my page, but again, I'm trying to find excuses to why she haven't called me yet or reach out to me. So I said, why you didn't call me to see how I was doing? And she was like, I was going to, but I got busy. And I said, okay. I left it at that. And I was like, all right, just let me know if you find any tickets that I can purchase because we need to go home, right? She said, yeah, I will let you know when I'm ready or when I have time to look it up. I said, when you're ready, I said, can you look it up? Like, I'm not saying right now, but can you try and look it up like as soon as possible or give me the website? And she was like, no, I won't give you the website. I'll just look it up. I said, okay, cool. I brushed it off and I hung up. So I came on my TikTok and I looked and I was like, let me see if this girl unfollowed me. Y'all, she unfollowed me. So I called her back and I said, you unfollowed me? And she said, yeah. And I said, why did you unfollow me? She looked at me and she said, well, your TikTok is growing and never once you promoted my business on your page. And I said, I just told you that I just lost 2 of my family members. And like you always do, throwing things around to make it about you. And not once did you say my condolences. Not once did you say I am sorry for your loss. But you're thinking about your business that I did not promote on my page. And keep in mind, not once have you asked me to promote your business on my page. Not one time. And you unfollowed me because my TikTok is growing? I knew she was jealous of me, y'all. But I try to keep myself as humble as possible. Anything that I know, I share on my TikTok page. Anything that I learn how to grow or what tricks that I'm using to grow my page, I share it on my page. So why would I not share it to somebody that I love so much that I thought loved me? How to grow their page. Or even if she would have asked me to promote her business, I would have. But you unfollow me because I am growing. So I told her, I said, you know what? Don't worry about looking up those tickets. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I'll figure it out myself. But just know that today is the day that I'm ending this friendship. Because it has always been one-sided. For your birthday, I throw you a birthday party. For your baby showers, I throw you baby showers. For your wedding, I was there. Did you come to my wedding? No. You came to one of my baby showers. 1. 10 minutes after it was done. The other one, you were too tired and you couldn't find clothes to wear. But I never want to make excuses to be there for you as a friend. So, from this day forward, I'm only giving off the energies that I get from people. I don't care if it's from my family members or a friendship that I had for years. Whatever you gave me is what I'm going to give you. Because I cannot believe that so many of you guys follow me and see that I'm going through something and only a few reach out to me. But I will break my neck to make sure I'm there for all of my friends. And only a few reach out to me. So that's why I ended that friendship. I no longer want to be available for people that is not available for me. Whatever you give me is what you're going to get. So guys, don't ignore the signs and make sure you don't play the fool like I did. Okay?
Family, let me ask you this. Have you fell out with a day one friend over loaning them money? See, this is the thing that I had to come to learn. You don't loan out money and expect it back. You got to already count it as gone. That way you don't get mad at the person, you don't lose a friendship. But sometimes it's a test too. I like to test people, see if you're going to keep your word. If you say you're going to give it back to me next week, and then you start acting strange, you don't want to come around no more, you're not answering my calls, you acting weird, it's been 2-3 months. Now I know how we rocking. I know you acting funny. I know you thought you could play me. So now I got to cut you off. If we can fall out over this little money, you don't need to be around for when the big money comes. You a snake, right? I fell out with plenty of people back when I was a teen. I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always made money off of, being an entrepreneur. Other people, they might have had a job or whatever, but to save them from getting in trouble with their parent because they might have messed their money up for their car insurance or whatever the case may be, here, I got you. They tell me when they're going to pay it back, then they start acting funny, don't want to come around no more. Then I see a post on Instagram of them flexing what they just bought and all of that, but it's like, oh, but you can't pay me back. So, okay, I see how it is. That's all. It's like people don't care no more. The love of money, people will literally fall out with you over a couple dollars. A 10-year friendship is crazy. Losing a 10-year friendship over a piece of paper with a oppressor's face on it is wild, but that's how these people be rocking.
I lost a 10-year plus friendship because of money. And for reference, the money I'm talking about is less than $50. So my friend recently got a job, right? Recently got a job, but still had some bills to pay and stuff. So he goes, can I borrow this amount of money from you? I'll pay you back. And yeah, okay, it's not a big deal, right? But because at that time I was also saving, massively for a project. I was saving to which he was aware of. I borrowed the money. Small money. It's little. I could let it go. Literally, I could let it go. But that was not the case. So what happened is he promised that he was going to send it to me at the end of the month. The end of the month comes. I didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing. 2 months passed. I didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing. And just mind you, prior to this time, we used to talk almost every time. He would respond to my Instagram stories, my WhatsApp status. Basically we're just friends, Since he borrowed the money, communication just came to a halt. So 3 months go by, we don't talk, we don't say nothing. No communication, no nothing. I didn't ask for the money, he didn't say nothing. So I'm like, okay, maybe he forgot. I'm just maybe bring it up. And then I did bring it up. I'm like, hey, what's up? How for that money? It's like, oh, okay, yeah, sorry, I'm gonna give it back. I forgot. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. This was after we had not spoken for 3 months, after our communication had come to a sudden, abrupt halt ever since he borrowed the money. So, another 2 months go by, 3 months go by. This is about half a year now. The last conversation we had in the chat was about him borrowing money. The next conversation was me saying, how far? What's up with that money? Him saying, no worries, I'll get it back to you. That was the end of the conversation. He never reached out to me. I didn't reach out to him. Nothing. Until today, we don't talk. Can you believe that? Till today, we don't talk. Simply because he does not want to own up to the fact that he borrowed money from me and has refused to pay back. And simply because I have chosen not to. I feel it's disrespect. It's the smallest, slightest things. I can have easily given that money. Say, hey, I don't have. Can you give me? I can give more. But for the bare disrespect that you felt, you know what? I'm going to borrow this girl's money and I would not pay back. I didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. We haven't spoken for over 2 years.
But at the end of the day, these people know that they wrong. Sometimes it's the pride. They got too much pride, right? To even hit you back up. But what's funny to me is, have you ever loaned somebody some money and then you had to ask them to pay you back? And they make it seem like you wrong. They make it seem like you doing too much. Or they be like, oh, yo, funky little $50. Or you worried about that little $20. It's like it wasn't a little funky $20 when you asked me for it. Or a funky $20 or $50, however much it is. You get the point, right? Have that ever happened to you? That's always funny. How you acting funny when you the one owe me? You mad that you owe me? Like, what? Make it make some sense, because it don't make none.
Okay, I'm going to try to make this as fast as I possibly can so that I don't start crying or breaking down. But yes, you read the title right. I broke up with my friend of over 20 years over money. And it sucks, you guys. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about friendship breakup or breakup posts or whatever. And it's a real thing, you know, it's a real loss that you go through. It's a real something that you mourn, you know. This was a person that I helped her with her business. As some of you guys might follow me, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I haven't been able to go back to work because I'm going through still. Obviously, I'm not even going to go into the postpartum depression part of it. But yeah, I haven't been ready to go back to work. So I was helping her out with her business, you know, to step back into the, you know, into the work a little bit, into the work field a little bit. So yeah, I was helping her, and along the lines, I also let her borrow money that honestly I don't even have. It's, you know, I don't have income, you know. So for her, so she ended up ghosting me basically. And I literally have not heard from her since. This was a person that I would talk to on a daily, almost on a daily, like since I started working with her, you know, with her business. I was seeing her a lot, helping her with her business. So yeah, you guys, friendship breakups are real and they hurt. But you know what? Once this happens, we have to learn our lesson and we have to let go. And I think that's what hurts the most is you're mourning a loss, because you know that, well, for me, I know that I'm not going back, you know. And I think that too, she knows that, and she knew that because she knows people that I've blocked out of my life, because I have my boundary after having my baby, after my fiance. My boundaries were already set high, and after having my baby, my boundaries were set even more high for people that didn't show up for me, failed me, and just, you know, wanted to see me down. So for her to do this, you know, to me, as the friend that I thought she was, it hurts. So if anybody out there who has gone through a best friend breakup, I feel your pain and it sucks, you guys, but we have to learn, you know, we have to learn these lessons and move forward with the best attitude. I wish her no ill will. I've always wanted the best for her, especially because of her kids, especially for her kids, you know, so I hope that she does, that she, you know, everything goes good for her, that she heals, and whatever path that she's going through, you know, I hope it leads her to a good one. But yeah, you guys, that's my story of my friendship breakup. So if you guys have gone through anything like this, hugs and peace, healing, because it sucks. So yeah, yesterday I was all cheery and giddy, whatever. So I've been trying to get back into my little character of being happier, you know. But yeah, I did go through that, and yeah, it still hurts, you guys. So I just wanted to share a little bit about that part of my life with you guys, because I was seeing that a lot of people on here, you know, posting those stories, and I hope it just helps somebody, you know. If anybody is going through it or has gone through it, you're not alone, and it's okay. And it's okay for us to grow and learn from these things, but really learn from them, you know what I mean? And sorry, but for me, it's not okay, and I'm not going to accept people like this in my life. So thank you guys for listening and supporting me, the ones that have been here. And yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Family, let me know what you think about this video. Have you fell out with some people over money, or are you tired of being around broke friends? Have you put your foot down this year or any year and was like, you know what, this the last year I'm gonna be around broke people? Hey man, there's nothing wrong with being broke. Everybody have different hardships. You know, it's ups and downs in life. But if you always the one that's fitting the bill and don't nobody even say thank you, you can tell they don't even care or they're using you, then it's time to remove those people from your life. People will use you until you become useless in this world, and sometimes it's better off for you to be by yourself or with the few people that really rock with you. Let me know what you think, family. Peace, and to my Hebrew family, shalom. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.